Everyone, so this is the chapter 2.2 periodic math quiz. This one is really easy. It's not that hard. You just have to focus. Not actually, the first one's the hardest one. We finished the hardest one. Okay, so this is the one that's talking about our equation y equals a x minus h squared plus k. This is the equation we're going to be talking about this whole quiz. But that's not important for this question, so let's start. Whenever you see a question like this that asks you what's the lowest possible value, if it is a positive here, or like you have a positive a or no a at all, and they ask you what's the lowest possible value, take this number. Or if you have a negative a and they ask you what's the highest, also take the last value. That's it. If you see a question that looks like this, take your 32. That's gonna be your answer. The last value. That's it. Next question. Here we need to make an equation. To make our equation, we need to read the question. Let's start. The figure above shows the graph of a quadratic function that has an x-intercept of negative 2, 0 and 4, 0, and the vertex of 1, 9. The y-intercept. So we're trying to find the y-intercept between absolute values. Be careful because this came in the AMS and mixed some students up because they didn't see absolute values. Anyways, the figure above. So first of all, we want to write our equation y equals a. We don't know a. You can never find a unless it's given to you by just plain sight. Into x minus. Now look. Your vertex is telling you your h and your k. And k. This here is your h and this here is your k. So x minus 1 plus 9. They gave you it. Now we need to find our a. How do you find a? You are gonna take any of the 2 points they gave you. Any of them, you choose. Personally, I'm gonna take 4, 0 and you substitute it. So when y is 0 and x is 4, what is a? So this is 4 minus 1. By the way, here's squared. I forgot it. Plus 9. Let's solve. 0 equals 9 squared. This is gonna be 3 squared. So technically 9a, because you multiplied by a. 9a plus 9. So 9a equals negative 9. A is negative 1. Okay, so now we know our whole equation. We know that our a is negative 1. So you're going to replace a here by negative 1. This is our equation. They want us to find the y-intercept. What does y-intercept mean? Y-intercept means when our x is 0, what is our y? So what you're going to do is you're going to take this and replace x with 0. So y equals minus 1. Into 0 minus 1 squared plus 9. So y equals negative 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 plus 9. Our y is equal to 8. That's how you get your answer. That's it. Next question. We need to find the rule for the graph, which is the same exact thing we did now. So you're going to find your vertex, which is 2, negative 2. So y, or f of x, equals a into x minus, we found it to be 2, squared plus negative 2, which is minus 2. Okay? Now we need to find a again. You take any point, any easy point. Here, this is an easy point. The easiest point you could probably choose, which is 3, 0. So you're going to replace y with 0. A, you're going to keep it. X with 3. 3 minus 2 squared minus 2. You're going to be at 2 squared, which is 4a. So I'm going to continue here. 4a minus 2 equals 0. Wait, no. Is the point 3, 0? Wait, I think I mixed it up. Okay, yeah, so I've just realized that my brain was turned off. So yeah, there was nothing wrong with the point I chose. we're gonna go back to it. So it's 3, 0 here. It's an easy point. Now we're gonna get 1, because it's, oh yeah, now I realize my mistake. Here it's -2, not -1. That's why I kept getting weird numbers. Be careful when you're writing it down on your scratch, because this can actually cost you like the whole question and time. So 3 minus 2 squared is 1. So a minus 2 equals 0. So a equals 2. And that's how you find a. And you found this by looking at the vertex, and this also by looking at the vertex. That's it. Now next question. Okay, yeah, this is enlarged a bit. So let's see what the question's asking. So the question says, which of the following is true about the graph of y equals -3? Okay, so now we know it's opening downwards since this is negative. X minus 1, so we know our line of symmetry is whatever makes this 0. So it's our line of our axis of symmetry, AOF, I'm just gonna write AOS, I'm just gonna name it, equals 1, and our vertex is 1 and -9, which is here. Let's read. By the way, since it's opening downwards like this, our vertex is the highest point, it's the maximum. Does it open now upward? No. Is it the highest point? Yes. Vertex -1, -9? No, we said it's 1, -9, so no. Range of values is y, all real numbers, such that y is anything larger than or equal to 9. No, or I mean -9. No, it's not, because it's anything less than or equal to -9. If it was opening upwards, then this would be right, but it's not. X equals 1 is the axis of symmetry. Yes, it is. Open downwards. Yes, it does. That's it. This is a game. You have to analyze your equation. That's it. Now next, let's move on. Now, okay. By the way, guys, this quiz is really hard for without a calculator. Or not hard, I won't say hard and scare you, it's really long. Especially canonical form. So for these questions, I'm gonna hope and pray they bring easy ones in the exam, because they're actually really time consuming if they don't. Let's start. So we know our canonical form equation is, what's this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, here we go. So our canonical form equation is y equals a into x minus b over 2a, or is it plus? Plus. Sorry guys, yeah, deleted or something, so I'm doing it again. A equal into x plus b over 2a squared minus or plus 4a, or actually just 4ac minus b squared over 4a. We need to do all of this to get the answer. So since they gave us the first half of the equation, forget the first half of the canonical form equation. We forget it. We're just gonna do the second half. Doing the first half is just wasting our time. So let's start. So for a is 5, c is 28, -28, take the signs, minus b squared, so minus -40 squared over 4 times 5. Now, in the exam, we'd need to calculate all of this by hand. I'm not gonna make this video really long, so personally, I will not be doing that now, or this video will be an hour and a half, and personally, I wouldn't watch it if I were watching. So I'm just gonna really quickly put it in my calculator for to see the answer. For 20, yeah, and you get this equal to -108. Since this is positive, this will be negative. They gave us the negative, so you just put 108. And that is it. When I say that is it, I mean like it's really long in the exam, so please be careful when you're calculating, and let's pray they don't bring numbers this big. Anyways, next question. Okay, yeah. So this question, it's really easy. It might look hard, but it's not. So this, first of all, you see your equation and you rewrite it in standard form, or you're gonna mix up the a, b, and c. It should be the thing with squared first, negative 16 t squared, then the thing with t plus 96, then the thing with nothing, minus 40. This is your a, this is your b, this is your c. If you do not write it in standard form, you're gonna get it all wrong. Okay? So now we need to write it all in canonical form. So y equals x minus b, which is 96, over 2 times negative 16 squared plus 4 times AC. A is negative 16. C is negative 40. Minus 96 squared. 4 times negative 16 over 4a. So now you're gonna solve them on your scratch paper. I'm just gonna quickly do it on my calculators to not waste time. 6 divided by 2. I'm doing it, don't worry guys. So yeah, this part is gonna be y equals x minus 3 squared. This is supposed to be plus, but it turns minus because this is minus 3. So yeah, by the way, if you see me putting minus here by mistake, trust me, it's a mistake I make a lot, so don't make the same mistake. Now this second half, all of it, you put it in your calculator and we'll see the answer. So yeah, this is gonna take me some time to put in my calculator, so just stand by. This is the time it takes me to put it in a calculator. Imagine how much time it takes to solve it. I solved it, by the way, on a paper. I'm gonna show you my scratch paper after I'm done, just for reference of how much solving it takes to do all 3 math quizzes. So plus 104. So this is your equation. Now let's read and see what they want. What's the maximum height? When I told you it's positive and they ask for maximum height, take this number. That's it. 104. And when you want time in seconds, this is supposed to be called t, not x, if we're going to actually be true to ourselves, because it's t. And whatever value makes this bracket 0 is the time it took to reach the maximum height. So 3 minus 3 is 0, so your answer is 3. That's it. Moving on. Okay. In canonical form, again, we need to do the same thing. Y equals a, which is negative 5, into x minus 60, plus x plus, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I'm really sorry, minus 60 over 2 times negative 5 squared plus 4 AC, negative 5, and 163. Minus 60 squared over 4 times negative 5. Let's solve. So we get y equals negative 5, x plus 6, because the minuses are gonna cancel out, squared plus, I'm gonna put this in my calculator just to make sure I didn't write anything wrong, even though the answer is in front of me. So 3 squared. And yeah, you get plus 17. So, and this is your final answer. So yeah, that's how you solve it. This is just one equation, memorize it, and you have the whole exam sorted. Like, it's all gonna be the same thing. Finally, an easy question. To find the coordinates of the vertex, you see whatever makes this 0, which is -7, and whatever this value is, so -2, -7, and -2. That's your, and the axis of symmetry is the same as this value, which is -7. Now let's see which of the following are true about the features of this function. Is the vertex the lowest point on the graph? The vertex is not the lowest point on the graph because your vertex is opening like this, so it's the highest. How do you know it's opening like this? Because this is negative. So this is wrong. It ranges. The range is the set of real numbers equal or less than to -2. Your range is this. All numbers, if it's opening upwards, greater than or equal to -2. So this is greater than or equal whenever you see it opening upwards. When it's opening downwards, it's gonna be less than or equal. Okay? So here it's greater than or equal to -2. Okay? Since it's opening downwards. See? Less than, or I said greater than up there, right? No, I mean less than or equal to -2. It's the range is the set of real numbers. No, we just said it's less than or equal to 2. The domain is the set of real numbers greater than or equal to 7. No. The domain usually in quadratic functions is all real numbers. Not usually, always is all real numbers. The domain is the set of real numbers. See? The vertex is the highest point on the graph. Yes, because I said it's opening downwards, so your vertex is the maximum. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This question is really easy. So look, they gave you two graphs, and they told you each one represents, or the dashed one, this graph, I'm not gonna call them dashed, I'm gonna call them red and blue graphs. The red graph, this is its equation. Actually, let me use red color for red graph. This is the red graph's equation. Now we're trying to find the blue graph's equation. As we could see, the graphs have the exact same vertex at opposite points. So if this one's vertex, they're both at 2, but one is -3 and one is +3. So we're looking for blue one. So blue one is +3, but also -2. So we found the first two. We found our first 2 points. Now, if this is 4 and opening upwards, then the blue is gonna be 4, but opening downwards. Same thing. So what we know is you take x, the value inside absolute value is the same number. You don't change nothing. For the value that's k, you flip the sign, and for the value that's a, you flip the sign. That's it. We're almost done this quiz. There's 2 more questions left. So now this question, it's asking you, how is this in comparison to the graph that's, or sorry, this is the graph y equals x squared. So like this. This is this graph. How do you obtain it? You obtain it, this graph, how do you obtain it? What did I tell you in the last video I made? When you have positive, it's to the left. Negative to the right. So this is h for h. Okay? So when you have y equals x plus 2, in comparison to this, plus 2 means you're shifting, because you're not shrinking nor you're stretching. Whenever you have change of h or k, it's shifting 2 units because its magnitude is 2 to the left because it is positive, as you could see. Now let's see the second part or third part or whatever. Second part. Okay, so the second part is telling you to graph it. When you graph it, you don't have to take points. Look, if this is your original equation and you're only shifting it to the left, right? You just take your point here, count 2 to the left, and place a point. Take your point, this one, count 2 to the left, place a point. Take this point A, count 2 to the left, and place it. And then you'd have made your new graph. Easy. Now move on. Exact same question, except here, you're changing K. So, since you're changing K, not whatever is inside the brackets, negative means down, positive means up for K. So you're shifting, again, still shifting, 5 down, because you're negative 5. Again, you're gonna do the same thing for your graph. You're gonna take this point, you're gonna count 5 points down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're gonna place a point. This point, count 5 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place a point. Same thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place a point. And there you would have made your new graph. That's it. Now our last question. Yeah, so here they gave you your first graph and they asked you how much did you, what's it called? Did you stretch? How much did you stretch it? Which one? It depends. Dashed one is the original, so how much did you shrink it? So let's see. Y equals, okay. So dashed is your original. Okay, this is the OG one. To see how much you stretched it by, you have to, what's it called? You have to, there's many ways to do it. I'm gonna use the first way I know. When you take a point like 2, okay? You're gonna go up and see on the dashed line where it connects. It connects at 4. On the not dashed line, see where it connects. It connects at 2. So what happened between 4 and 2? You halved it, right? You divided it by 2. You could try this also with, you could, but I wouldn't recommend now trying it with 6 because that's your maximum value. And I won't try it with the odd number. And you can't try it with 0 because 0 is your vertex. But like take the point 2 is your safest point. You could do this, or you could draw your equation. Y equals A of x squared. When you have your point at 1, or not 1, sorry. When you have it at 2, your thing is 2, so 2y, you replace 2 as in your y, equals a into 2 squared. So if that's your case, you have to be 4a equals 2, which means a equals half. So that's another way you could solve it. So those are your 2 ways. Now let's see. You're right, it's half. Now if the point B has a coordinate of 10, which means just replace it in this equation. So y equals 0.5 times 10 squared. 10 squared, as we know, is 100, times 0.5 equals 50. That's it. That's how you solve it. And oh yeah, that's the end of the quiz. Hope you understand. I'm just gonna write canonical form here one more time for the students that didn't catch it the first time. Y equals a into x minus b, x plus, guys, it's x plus, please don't make a mistake, I'm really sorry, 2a plus 4ac minus b squared over 4a. That's the formula for canonical form. And that's it for this video. Before I go, I do want to show you one thing. This is my solving for all 3 quizzes. So this is just to show you that the chances that they actually get us hard questions that need solving in our exam is unlikely, because all of this cannot be on our scratch paper, guys. So don't really worry about the fact that no calculators are allowed. Don't worry about it, because they won't get something for us to do this many calculations in our exam. Like, it's impossible, because this is how much you'd have to solve if you're actually solving without a calculator. So this is impossible for them to bring, so don't really worry about the fact where no calculators are allowed. They're gonna give us easy numbers, I hope. Anyways, have a good day, guys. Bye.